I'm gonna try to get this $30 eBay dumpster find working today just by cleaning it. I never know what I'm getting into when I open one of these up that's been wrapped up so tight, so we're gonna start in this bin just in case anything live comes crawling out of it. Doesn't look like that's gonna be the case yet, so I'm gonna risk moving the bin away and let's pop this thing open. It's a little bit gross. It smells terrible. Let's dig deeper. I bought this for $30 off of eBay from somebody who said they found it in a dumpster. They said they tested it, it didn't work, and it needed cleaned, which obviously it does. Here we go. So right now I think we're dealing with kind of a combination of things. It smells terrible, and that may be a reflection of the bugs, like this little husk that we're seeing here. It also could be because of it living in a dumpster. I think though something was actually spilled on top of this, creating some moisture, a little bit of stickiness. It attracted the bugs, it attracted the dirt. As the fan blew, it attracted smell. Just kind of a bunch of factors coming together to turn this thing into a really gross machine. All of these screws have letters and numbers attached to them that I'm assuming correspond with whatever it's connected to on the other side, and maybe the order in which you're supposed to undo all of it, but I'm just gonna take them all out and pull everything out. We'll get it back together. I hope. Power supplies are always one of the things I'm most nervous about. I don't like taking them apart, and they are warm, so they tend to attract bugs. Oh, one more cable. Disk drives, on the other hand, tend to stay pretty clean in bug-infested systems. It's just an area that they tend to not be able to get into from the way that they get into the machine itself. So a lot of times, as gross as the system is, we'll open up that disk drive and it'll actually be pretty clean inside. Kind of have to bend to this clip a little bit to get it off, but it can be pinched back into place. Good news, no rust. We have a little cable that connects the fan. Carefully remove that, then we should be able to unclip this fan from the heat sink, and that should be out of the way. These little X brackets here are kind of scary. I'm always afraid that I'm going to slip and end up scraping the board. Our board is free. We can see the old thermal paste, some dust bunnies, just a few more housing pieces and cables to remove, and then we should be able to start the clean. There we go. Yeah, I have to lift up there on that tab and then that'll come out. Now we have a couple of housing brackets on this hard drive. We can get those and then wash those with our soapy water as well. And we might as well remove this cable. With all this loose dirt and grossness here, I'm gonna get the vacuum out to start the process that way. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a muddy mess. Generally speaking, the worry and risk of static electricity damaging one of these boards is pretty minimal. If you are worried about it or working on something more expensive, then just make sure that you're well grounded if you put a vacuum to it. Okay, cool. I already feel halfway better because things are halfway cleaner, but there's quite a bit more that we want to get here. Let's get the IPA, some brushes. I'm going to use this cotton swab here to remove the old thermal paste. Some old dry gross stuff. And a makeup brush for a little bit more of a gentle application on things than our stiff bristle brush that we use for other things. Like this. There's just a lot of places that we want to get clean. I already vacuumed this, but now I also want to use my electric air duster to just remove more of that dirt, blow off anything else that's settled on here. I just find that it makes it a lot easier to do this before getting the IPA and brushes out, because it's just less mud to try to actually get rid of, the more of the dirt we can get off of the surface first. It's kind of a pain to get all of this old thermal paste outside of in here where it kind of gets caked around these small chips and stuff. I try my best to get it. Sometimes I'll brush it out. It's just a good idea to try to remove it, I think, when you're putting a new layer of fresh thermal paste inside of here. So now I'm going to use a nice soft makeup brush with a little bit of a larger surface to just kind of go over this with the IPA, and we're getting rid again of more of that dirt and whatnot that's settled on here. But there are some places that we need to get stiffer bristles on and really try to get the corrosion that may have settled in some areas. So that's not looking too bad now. I'm going to wipe this metal out with an automotive cleaning wipe, and then I'll just give it a good wipe with my microfiber cloth as well after doing this, just to make sure I don't leave any moisture inside of here. I think this does a good job of both cleaning and polishing this stuff up. Looking a lot better and smelling a lot better. I like it. I vacuumed this out, but I want to put some air in here as well, because there's just stuff that the vacuum isn't going to reach. And again, I don't want to take this apart. And giving it a good look, I don't think any bugs actually got inside of here. It looks pretty clean inside. Tell me what you think. Go frame by frame. If you find a bug, let me know. Speaking of how much I love the cleaning wipes since I started using them, I used to go through a pile of cotton swabs cleaning fans. One gross swab at a time, and now look. Way less time, way less waste. So we do have to look inside of this disk drive to see if it actually is as clean as I hope it is, and it doesn't look that bad. But let's go ahead and pull the system out of this housing completely and take a look at the other side. Yeah, not too bad. A little bit of dust and whatnot like you would normally see, but no evidence of anything grosser. Let's come back to our plastic parts that we've had soaking for about an hour now in this soapy water. I saved this surface for last because I think it's going to be the most satisfying visual change. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get this lifted off of here. It's being kind of stubborn though. It might just take some elbow grease and some time. This part here is also really kind of a pain. There's like a billion little pockets that the dirt gets collected and kind of stuck inside of, and I'm having a difficult time getting it out. So I'm gonna let this stuff soak overnight, and we're gonna try again. Coming back to it, just want to hit a few of these other pieces as well really quick. And we get the satisfaction now of peeling these stickers off really nice and easy. And that's what happens when you leave it soaking overnight, I guess. And we can get that stuff cleaned up pretty good now. Some more tape and stickers on the top of this shell. There we go. Now let's see if this cleans up any better. Even overnight soaking and scrubbing, and look at, we're still struggling to get this thing clean. So I'm gonna get a stiffer bristle brush and we're just gonna keep hitting it from all four angles. And how do we do? Let's take a look. It's better. There's still some spots, but you know what? We're gonna transfer it out to the land of the dry Then I'm gonna try using this little bristly, pokey brush thingy with some IPA and twist it around in there gently and see if we can work some of that stuff out. And then the brush to help do the clean, and I think we're getting it. Now we gotta see if we can get the stain off of this other side here, so back to the cleaning wipes. And for a couple of these marks on here, I'm just gonna very gently and carefully use this bit of magic eraser, and look, does a pretty good job. You just have to be careful with it, don't overdo it. Test in small areas, don't do it on glossy surfaces. A little bit of grime here that I'm gonna try to gently get out with my pick and the Xbox lettering, and there, looks pretty good. I just noticed after washing these that there's some little rubber parts that are inside of this bit of housing here. Obviously water's gonna wanna hide behind there, so I'm just gonna take them out and make sure that everything gets completely dry. Much better. All right, let's put this thing back together. All right, friends, we're finished with the clean. Everything looks great. I only have one leftover screw, so that's not bad. 50 Restorish bonus points if you can tell me where I missed it. So based upon something we saw when we took a closer look at the motherboard, I'm not exactly confident that this is going to work. I think there's gonna be more work that needs done on this thing that's beyond my skill level, but you never know. So we're gonna find out together right now whether this $30 eBay dumpster find could be fixed just with cleaning. Let's find out. Yeah, no power. So I want you to tell me in the comments what you think I should do next. Add it to the ever-growing collection of things that I'm setting aside for Steve at Tronics Fix, or I could repost this on eBay and sell it to someone else who might just want the enjoyment of fixing it. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep hanging out with me, I'll have YouTube leave a suggestion for you, and we'll see where it takes you. And let us know if you have something uniquely gross that you think might make for a good Restorish video.